I do believe now in the beginning, right? There's going to be a huge amount of fanfare when PulseChain launches. The fees are going to be great. We are not going to have a problem with gas fees or nothing in the first run up. But I promise you at some point, whether it's in 24 or 25, there is going to be a point in time when the fees start really ratcheting up pretty heavily on PulseChain. Because if our L1 does work really well, it's going to get filled up. I mean, we are faster than Ethereum. If they haven't changed anything, I mean, we should be like 4 times, 5 times faster than Ethereum. But imagine if we really started getting tons of people using stuff. We have a ton of on-chain trading. That could get filled up and stuff. But by then, I would imagine we'd be able to get some upgrades, maybe ZK rollups or something like that, or some not sharding, but just some sort of more data on per block or something like that, But we'll have to see. I mean, the thing is or we just copy pasta the FVM when that comes out on Phantom, and then upgrade that to PulseChain, and then we can process more smart contracts per block, and then bam, that could take our throughput up like up the wazoo as well. So there's a lot of cool stuff in that happen. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited. Like there's gonna be
up into the wazoo. We like that. Yes. I was going to scroll through questions. We got a few that's been in queue. Your guess on mainnet launch?
Oh, I mean, I think last time I said August. I said August to September. I think I'm. Let me look at the timeline a little bit here. Let's see. Now that was the latest and stuff, but let's just say we do get it. Let's just say as an for shits and giggles, we do have V3 launch tomorrow. As for shits and giggles, right? Let's just say it does launch tomorrow, right?
It's possible.
We would probably need 2 months at least to work out kinks and bugs, and then on top of that, you have a lot of projects on PulseChain that need to experiment on V3 because it's going to be the version, right? From there, I mean, let's just see where that puts us. I mean, at the earliest, we'd probably get a launch in May, like the original. Like PulseChain should have launched in last May. Honestly, that's what a lot of projects that we were talking to, and some that even hate each other were also. I mean, everyone was like, "Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be May," and basically the market just took a big dump, and that got delayed basically, and then. From there, once that delay happened, we ended up having an upgrade to Ethereum, which kind of threw a monkey wrench in what was available at the time. So, yeah.
Yeah, you covered it really well in the last stream, too. Anyone wants to see that, check out the last stream with DCC. He went through the whole timeline of, we talked about the speculation around the pivot Richard had to make with ETH 2.0 actually coming out.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you see the OA creating a force parity with HEX, BHEX 1-to-1 pairing?
No. In the beginning, obviously, what I think whoever does the first transactions, I think you are going to have parity on everything in the initial, but people will end up selling it and stuff like that. Selling it down quite significantly. I mean, you would have to get something crazy. I mean, it literally would have to be something like the OA providing so much liquidity within such a tight band, or just dump a ton of it. Maybe like they did 20% of their supply of all of HEX on both sides and just paired it that way. And basically no one can move the price at that point then. But then the price wouldn't move at all. So
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, if you create enough liquidity, I mean, like you wouldn't. How would you wouldn't be able to sell down unless like you essentially have everyone just completely capitulate at that point. You just completely, maybe I'm interpreting it wrong and stuff, and then people like supposedly they found some sort of way to do it. But I mean, if you have a free market and stuff, like one of these is going to be a weaker pair, of course, unless they're just the only way it's not a net pair, and the only way you can keep it equal is if like let's just say legitimately PHEX was just a derivative token, and in order to convert over PHEX to that, it was like a locking contract. But that's I don't believe that's how it's going to work at all, basically. So
yeah. Well, in the past too, I believe there was a time where the OA made some moves where Hedron came out. A lot of people were swapping HEX into it. They put up a sell wall to make sure that it didn't keep hurting hexagons. So they've made moves like that before, but I guess it'd have to be really massive, like you're talking about, to protect something like this.
Yeah, I mean, the OA kind of fucked over Hedron and stopped it from pumping because basically the OA protects HEX. That's the main job. It's sort of like the Fed. Like the OA is the Fed, and their main priority is the protection in the sanctity of the U.S. HEX dollar, and all over all other countries, no matter even if we're friendlies. Like basically, if Hedron's anything, I'd probably say it's a Canadian dollar.
I like the analogies. Okay.
Yeah, and the OA said no Keystone pipeline for you, no pipeline at all, and stuff. And better watch yourself. But
get rid of Trudeau and we'll talk. Okay.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk and stuff, right?
That's funny.
But I mean, it's just there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of like kind of bullshit going. Like, I get it. It's like, I mean, I feel like a lot of people in the HEX community, and it's just not even the HEX community. It's just a lot of people are like, some people are very brand new to the cycle and haven't been around the block and stuff for a while and stuff. And I'm not claiming that I'm some like giga chat expert or whatever though. But like, because no matter what, you should always be in this mentality of learning. But just from what I've seen and stuff, you are going to have big dislocations and stuff. Some people, so look, a lot of people have kind of withstood through a bear market, and a lot of people are hurting because they ate too much money, they mismanaged funds, they blew through fucking profits. There's a lot of people who like sold not the top, but like bought low, did sell moderately high, and have had tons of money, had lifestyle creep, have a huge amount of costs, and I mean. There's just, I mean, it's just the truth. It's what happens every cycle. Like you had some people that lost all their money, that played it completely fucking wrong, and all they have left is like the sacrifice. Thank God, right? And there's other people who played it 100% right, had a big sacrifice, had everything, but the bear market hurt everybody, or they're bored and stuff. And like this whole market is a market of degenerate gamblers, from boomers to millennials. It doesn't matter. Like we're itching and scratching for another shot of like adrenaline. We need another hit. We need something to like, come on, baby. We need to bet on something. We need action. The worst thing in the market. Let me ask you, what's the worst thing in the market? Up or down or middle?
Yeah, I think just the worst thing for exchanges too. They don't make any money when everything's just in the middle, right? So yeah,
it's the worst time for everybody, even the streamers. Like when the prices don't move for a long time, views go down, fees go down, interest goes down. Your eyes start to glaze over. And then what happens is the market gets so fucking bored that they start betting on shit coins. Like, and I'm talking about meme shit coins. Wait, give me 1 second. Sorry. Yeah. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Damn it.
The market gets boring. People start betting on meme shit coins, I believe.
Yeah, like basically then you start having like basically they're looking for anything. So then even the dumbest idea will get funded at that point because they need something. And then from there, then it usually starts warming up from there. And that's what I've noticed every time when things get very quiet, you get the dumbest things just really like popping off. I mean, I'm talking about very dumb. Like nothing moves for a while, and then everyone started investing into Boink in the dog money space. You know what I mean? Or
Pets.com.
Like Pets.com and stuff like that. I mean, one interesting thing, remember everyone was talking about the Trump NFTs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they came out for $100. They're worth about 50% of an Ethereum right now.
Oh, that's more than $100.
Yeah, I think $600 to $700. $600 to $700. Wow. Yeah, not too shabby, right? And those Trump free alpha here. I mean, this is not even out. I mean, like, well, actually, probably is. It's so stupid it'll work, But you could probably buy one of those Trump NFTs, and then when Trump runs next in 2024, they're probably going to go over an Ethereum. Legit, just because of the hype.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I hadn't even thought about the Trump NFTs, but yeah, it's funny enough. I hadn't even thought about them enough to even game plan for what a profitable situation would look like. But of course, the election coming up, they'll become more popular. Wow, there you go. There's your Trump NFT alpha for the day.
There's 45,000 of them, And if you actually look at them as a market cap coin, right? I mean, if I let me do some quick mathematization here, right? Let's see, 45,000 times $500, $22 million market cap shitcoin.
Wow,
that's not a lot if you think about it. Now, of course, you can't. The one problem with like why maybe like it can't go that bananas is because it can't be fractionalized into a coin. So it gets expensive, right? But doesn't mean it can't go to a couple Ethereum or 2 Ethereum, 3 Ethereum. Who knows?
2024, the year of board at 8 yacht clubs coming back and Trump NFTs could be.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what's going to happen in the cycle. Now, I can't promise you like we're have to play this by ear, right? But either we get a left translated cycle or we get a normal cycle, and a left translated would mean like the tops in 24, which would suck, but it means your bull market comes a little sooner. Yay, right? But then we have a horrible bear market. Oof. Very bad bear market, like very bad. Like
what breaks the next bear market? What breaks it just makes people lose faith, or is it just goes so high that you just can't sustain it?
Well, that, and then it's usually fees and stuff. Now we can support high fees for quite a while, but then there's a point in time where it just gets so ridiculous. Like, I mean, like remember at the end there where like it was so expensive, even OG HEX, most Hexians were just like, bro, it's costing me $3,000 to unstake a HEX stake plus, like, and the longer you go, the more they cost, right? So something like let me say okay, like right now, like the stakes coming out right now for any OG Hexagon are 3 years old right now, and with 12 Gwei, 11 Gwei, it's costing almost $60 to $90 to unstake them. In the bottom of a bear market, quiet as hell. And you can only imagine if during the bull market, the average Gwei was 120 Gwei. That was the average that's usually the average there. So just add that up. That means like the average hex stake would be like what, $700, $800 on stake to like 1,000. And then if things got really bad, it just shoots up. So that means like I wouldn't be surprised on the Ethereum side, you probably could get $5,000 to unstake at some point near when congestion gets really crazy.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody on Twitter. They were asking this question too about the in-stake fees. I'm like, well, Maximus DAO, perpetuals, trustless stake pools, they try to solve that. PulseChain, it may be for a while, cheaper fees that may help with it. And then if you just make, if you're able to make huge stakes, if you're able to make like $1 million, $5 million, $10 million hex stakes, and maybe you only take a 10% haircut, you can deal with that. So there's a few ways around it, but it's
the bigger is better. Bigger is better and stuff like that. Yeah.
The top of the next bull run is, hopefully it's not too vicious.